not able to make it to Louisville since it was a Thursday night game. Understand Tiger fans had a great time tailgating up there. We look forward to having the Cards back at home next year. Fun folks to tailgate with. Thanks for being good sports. Instead, this week we're going to hear from LSU fans when we were out in Baton Rouge asking those Tigers who they think has the real Death Valley.
Well, LSU. We had it first. Being first doesn't mean it's the only one. There's the top and the bottom and the middle.
What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Tiger Stadium, #1. All about it. Death Valley.
Well, Clemson's real Death Valley there. We're named that first.
Y'all spell different. Spell different.
Garbage.
Y'all are the Death Valley, right? D-E-A-F?
D-E-A-T-H. When's the last time y'all hit up on the Richter scale? Ain't been one stadium ever rocked on the Richter scale, and that's Tiger Stadium.
I think
Death Valley.
Tiger School, so I think Clemson is the real Tiger School and LSU is the opposing.
What is your problem? What is your problem?
I'm trying to figure out why Clemson has the real Death Valley.
That's the real Death Valley. Come on now.
No, see, this is Death Valley.
We're louder though. We had the first one.
Actually, watch that movie Blindside. They even showed us about the Death Valley.
Okay. All right, we got a rock from the real Death Valley.
Louder. I don't think y'all caused no earthquakes yet.
Grant you that is a drop the mic comment. However, how often do they really measure for earthquakes outside of stadiums? And if they were to measure Richter readings outside of Clemson Death Valley, I guarantee you we would measure an earthquake reading as well. Let's do so for the Notre Dame game.
Huh?
4th and 16.
Y'all beat Les Miles. Y'all beat us. Y'all beat Les Miles. That's what y'all beat.
What kind of season y'all gonna have this year?
We have a real good season this year. Well, it's based on what quarterbacks.
Okay.
If we get a good quarterback, we could contend for the national championship this year.
I got it. But y'all are better than Auburn. I will say that, fans. Much better than Auburn fans.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. I hope we can say that on the football field.
Clemson in South Carolina?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you're going to take that back to Clemson?
I am. Take it
Tell
back.
Debo hello for me.
I'll do it.
You tell him.
I'll do it. Hey,
Do you go to Auburn and do the same thing? Clemson ain't.
hey, we kick South Carolina's butt every year.
Oh,
That's
boy,
South
that's South
Carolina.
Carolina. Who don't kick their butt?
Does South Carolina belong in the SEC in your opinion?
No.
Yeah,
No.
they do. They do.
South Carolina's
I mean,
half an hour.
everybody's got to have a stepchild.
Ouch. Gamecock fans, I couldn't sum it up any better. The stepchild of the Southeastern Conference is a good nickname for you. Also the stepchild of football in South Carolina and one of the stepchildren of football in general. Now, this is actually not footage from LSU's game this past week against Auburn, but congratulations LSU on your huge victory over Auburn. This is really footage though from LSU's spring game this past April. What were we doing in LSU this past April? Well, it was the 3rd annual Tigers for Tigers National Coalition Conference, where Tiger mascot schools from around the nation come together to talk about how to save our mascot from going extinct. The first year of the conference was in yours truly, Clemson, so we got this thing kicked off and started. Second year was in Mizzou, and the third year was in LSU, and we had a wonderful time out in Baton Rouge. International leaders on tiger conservation were there to talk, and just a wonderful place to have fun. Great food. I even got to play some great pickup football games. Being out there for this Tiger Conference during their spring game was kind of open house. We got to take a look around, go inside their trophy room. They had scores from their bowl games around the room. They did have their 2 victories against Clemson proudly displayed. Again, Clemson's overall record with LSU. LSU leads that 2-1. All close games though, decided by only 11 points total. Now, I was interested to see if they had the 2012 game on display as well, and they did, but it was awkwardly hidden behind this mannequin, kind of out of the way and out of sight. The only definitive way to really decide though who has the actual claim to the real Death Valley would probably be for Clemson and LSU have a home and home series. So let's encourage our athletic directors to set this up. I know Clemson fans would love to take a trip out to Baton Rouge, enjoy the Cajun food, the music, the wonderful atmosphere. Likewise, LSU fans, we're sure you'll have a great time where the Blue Ridge yawns its greatness in the beautiful upstate of South Carolina at Clemson. So we'd love to have you come over for a home game as well. Maybe that will happen in the future. Speaking of great things, while you're in LSU, Mike the Tiger, great tradition, wonderful checking out this beautiful, majestic animal on campus. The veterinarians, fans, and students do a great job of honoring and respecting this beautiful creature, making it without the doubt probably the best, most taken care of tiger in the world. So a very cool tradition with Mike the Tiger. Clemson fans often ask Tigers for Tigers folks a lot of times, what do you think about getting a live tiger ourselves? And the honest answer to that is, well, for one, we don't want to just copy LSU like they copied our name Death Valley. They have a cool thing going, and Clemson could probably use what it would take to get that up and going, because Mike the Tiger's up and running takes a lot with their veterinarian staff on campus. In fact, they have a veterinarian school on campus, which kind of makes having a tiger possible. Clemson doesn't have the vet school on campus, and honestly, the money and time to get that up and running could probably be better served what we're already leading the way in the nation and world of saving tigers in the actual wild from going extinct. And so again, I don't think Clemson needs a wild tiger on campus. I think it's very cool LSU has one. Awesome tradition. Look forward to seeing that continue to go. Fun checking out Mike the Tiger while there. But again, Clemson, I think, will be better served to continue to spearhead our efforts into saving tigers in the wild.
Right now it's 4th and 16 for Tigers in the wild, and Clemson is leading the way to help them get a first down. If we fail, it's not just game over, it's extinction. The Tiger provides Clemson with a solid mascot that represents us as a symbol of pride and strength. But currently, fewer than 3,000 remain alive in the wild. As a Clemson family, let's get all in to save our mascot from extinction.
Now, LSU is using Mike the Tiger's fame and success of LSU to also help save tigers in the wild, so that's very cool. So what LSU and Clemson fans can join together on is doing what we do best, making noise, having fun, tailgating, having fun at football games, and making lots of noise to save tigers from going extinct in the wild, which we are already currently doing, which is really cool. To make that noise, check on the link below this video. Click here if you have not done so already to contact your congressman about supporting this anti-poaching bill. Something everybody can get behind because it stops poachers from killing endangered species like tigers in the wild. Now, terrorists are using these endangered species parts to fund their organizations. Why? Because there's a huge payoff. In fact, right now, endangered species parts are worth more than pretty much every known drug out there. But the punishment for getting caught with endangered species right now is nothing, so it's kind of a no-brainer of how terrorists are funding the organization. So this also makes America safer. So LSU and Clemson are using our resources to save tigers in the wild and to make America safer and the world safer from terrorist organizations. What a great thing to be proud of. So let's continue to have fun doing this, doing what we do best, making noise, which is what makes Death Valley, whether it's in South Carolina or Louisiana, have that reputation. All right, that's our show. Again, thanks to LSU folks for being such great hosts. Thanks to Mike the Tiger for being so awesome. Appreciate everything. Remember to share this video for your chance to be entered to win 2 tickets to this year's Clemson, South Carolina beatdown. Go Tigers!